Peter was a friend, comrade, and egalitarian leader. I'll always remember him for his humanity and perseverance, also his fine wit. Knowing the life and writing of Iris Chang and working with intelligent, heroic, and humane people like Iris and Peter helps us to understand consciously what we should know intuitively. We're part of the collective soul of humanity, and that revelation, I hope and believe, makes us a bit like Iris Chang and Peter Stanek. Thank you. And the first quote from Iris Chang is the following: "Denial is an integral part of atrocity, and it's a natural part after a society has committed genocide. First you kill, then the memory of killing is killed."
Second quote. I want to emphasize the rape in Nanking is the story of two rapes. The first one happened 60 years ago. The second one is ongoing, and is the rape of history and justice.
Ying also asked me to say a few words about Dr. Peter Stanek, but it's not easy to talk about him without also mentioning Iris Chang. Now, Iris launched a movement of historic and legendary proportion, starting in activism in humanity and justice and compassion. She riveted us to action, devoting our time and resources to wake up a community to consciousness of what Japan has done. And in so doing, she also called to action some of us, such as Dr. Peter Stanek, who co-founded, along with Judge Lillian Singh, myself, his widow, Jamie Chen, Dr. Roger Scott, and also the late Dr. Cliff Uwader, to form an organization called the Rape of Nanjing Redress Coalition. You know, it's not easy to work on this movement. The first thing that when you tell people that you're working on Japanese atrocities, demanding for reparation, apology, and justice, they will respond by saying, it's so long ago, forget about it, move on. Well, Iris and Peter reminded us that if you don't learn about history, it will repeat itself. At the last speech that Dr. Stanek spoke at the Sonoma State, where we commemorate the anniversary of the erection of a memorial site for the victims of World War II, he reminded the audience that with the recent beheading of the American and British journalist by ISIS was the beheading of thousands and hundreds of thousands of Chinese victims during rape of Nanjing. He demanded Obama to respond to that kind of action when he is responding to the beheading of the British and American soldiers. So let us recognize the reality of life, the reality of what we are faced with. And we do not know history, we will repeat it. So let's work together. In the words of Iris, I want the rape of Nanjing to penetrate to public consciousness. Unless we truly understand how these atrocities can happen, we can't be certain that it won't happen again. That's Iris's words.
Another quote from our great sister and comrade Iris: "We as human beings have a moral responsibility to force countries like Japan to face up to their war crimes and to try to prevent atrocities like the rape of Nanking from ever happening again."
We must understand the past if we are to navigate the future. In the end, history is all that you and I have. I see history, indeed, all of like literature, as a vast repository of human experience. Please.
Enormous difference in the world. You as one individual can change millions of lives. Think big. Do not limit your vision, and do not ever compromise your dreams or ideals.
now our dear friend, Miss Margaret Van, would like to sing another song, Jasmine Flowers. For this song was Ira's childhood favorite song. Let's welcome Margaret.
Since I published a memoir on Irish Chang, there's a numerous letters sent to me I'm not a writer. I don't think it's the writing move people. I think it's her letter, because I collect a lot of, I publish her letters. So that book actually 1/3 is her letters to us and to the other people. So, and then since then, there's other people writing me. So I want to share you also send sort of a brief to Iris, other people still remember her. The first letter was those letters all written by the people who I've also never met before. One, so I don't say their name, just the first name is Anna V. Must be come from Ohio on June 14, 2011. She said, I just finished reading your biography of your daughter, and I had to write to you to tell you how Iris touched my life, even though we never met. Even though I didn't even know she had died until I found your book in my local library. I read the ranking when I was in 10th grade, after I chose to write a research paper on the subject. I'm now 25, but I still remember direct quotes from the River Nanking. It struck me so deeply. I don't know why. So, thank you for your book. Thank you for raising an incredible daughter. Iris' life was not in vain. Her life had huge effects on world history, as well as small personal effects, like on a skinny, naive high schooler in rural Ohio. The second letter was written by a man called Albert on June 3rd, 2011. He said, I'm deeply moved by the woman who could not forget. The love between a mother and a daughter and the friendship between two intellectuals comes through the book loud and clear. Life is like a blank canvas. Iris certainly had painted a picture of great courage and unwavering dedication, loving motherhood, and deeply committed to social justice on the canvas of her life. Our world undoubtedly has become a better world through her hard work and painstaking research. I hope that by completing this book, you can have some peace and closure in your life. Thank you.